Okay. All right. Team meeting number 3. And as you have probably noticed, we have a few fresh faces that were not here last time. In fact, we've added 4 more people to the team since our last team meeting. And so we need to introduce those people. So I'm going to go ahead and just call on them randomly to introduce themselves. So how about Sophia Santiago, the fashion police? Do you want to go? Do you want to?
Sure. Sorry, I'm in a parking lot. It's like really loud. But my name is Sophia Santiago, and yeah, that's me. So hi guys.
Maybe say what you do. Are you in school? Are you do you work? And then why do you want to go on this trip?
Okay. I do work. I work for Children of the Nations, which is just by happenstance pretty awesome. And I am in school for a bachelor's degree currently through Grand Canyon University online. And I want to go on this trip because I've been on 2 COTN trips. I've never been to Africa. And those trips have completely shaped where my life is at now and where my life is heading in a different way than if I had never gone. And so this is just following in that. And I really want to be spiritually pushed more than I have and get out of my comfortable life. And yeah, I'm gonna just talk for a long time if I keep going. So yeah, I'm excited.
Great. And we're really happy to have you. So Sophia was she almost didn't come. She was so excited about the trip. I just decided to check in with her one more time, and that was the straw that pushed her right over the edge to say yes. Okay, we'll go. And then immediately after she joined the team, she recruited her friend Elena to join. So Elena, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. My name is Elena. I'm Sophia's friend. I am currently working part-time as an assistant teacher at a little Montessori school, and I'll be going to school in the fall for a degree in English. Um, I wanted to join this trip. I've never been on a missions trip before, but I've always really, really wanted to. The timing has never really worked out. And so I'm really excited just to be pushed out of my comfort zone and to um, learn new ways to serve Jesus and his people. So, yeah.
That's great. Let's go to Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Giovanetti. I'm Fraser's cousin-in-law. I'm semi-retired, work on software, and I'm really interested in learning more about Children of the Nations, and I'm excited about this trip.
I've known Alex for, I don't know, over 10 years, I feel like. And Alex is my wife's cousin's husband. So, and when he came up a couple of months ago to hang out, his wife had a work conference here. He and I went on a hike and we talked for 9 hours straight. So we really got caught up. And then as a result, he ended up joining this team, which is great, which I'm excited about. All right, Mark.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yep, great. My name is Mark Selman. I've known Fraser for a long time. In fact, I used to work with him at COTN. Was 15 years ago? Something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I in technology, I was the IT director there. I'm an IT director now at a different company. And I've been on, I think, 3 or 4 trips with COTN, Dominican, DR twice, Haiti once, and then Sierra Leone another time. So I've been to Africa one other time. I have a background in photojournalism before my career in technology, and it's always been one of my passions is to you know, doing visual storytelling, telling stories through photography, documenting the world, things like that. And so Fraser picked me not too long ago, asked me if I wanted to join him to go to Uganda, and I said yes. Um, and yeah, um, I love what COTN does, and I, am wanting to do what I can to help in these efforts, and hopefully I can, um, you know, do well by being able to capture images that really can tell the story. So that's why I'm here and working through the process to get there.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mark. Mark, when I would walk into the IT office when I first started at COTN, Mark was sitting there and he had the coolest desktop backgrounds. Like, Mark, where did you get this desktop background? I need it. And then he would tell me. All right. So Andy is having some trouble getting in, and Sophia said her phone overheated and she's rejoining. So despite the technical difficulties, we're going to forge ahead. Okay, so the good news is that you guys have been listening to me, which is great to listen to your team leader. We're off to a good start here, and you've all have uploaded your passports to manage missions. You've all passed your background check except for Sophia. So we don't know, maybe she's got a dark past or something. We think it's because her name just got changed. So she has to probably take it again. But and then everyone has signed all of the policy documents. So we're doing great. And we all have our plane tickets. We're doing very, very well. I've had to do very minimal harassing of team members for this trip. And this is the biggest team I've ever led. We're 20 people, including myself, with now with the 4 people that have joined. So it's gonna be great. The guest house will be full. What we do need to do is I need to go around, and I want to see a show of hands. How many of you have either gone to your travel doctor's appointment or scheduled it? Raise your hand if you've gone to your doctor's appointment, your travel doctor's appointment, or scheduled it. I see only me and Trish are raising our hands, and Sydney. Thank goodness, somebody else. All right. Okay, you definitely need to schedule that like later today, because sometimes they take a couple of weeks or even a month to get you an appointment, and so you need to schedule it. And again, this is we don't require you to get anti-malaria medication or vaccines, but we do require that you go do a travel doctor appointment and review they review the whatever vaccines you have or don't have, and they tell you what the recommendations are for the country that you're going to, and they kind of interview you and talk about, do you want to take anti-malaria medication or not? Here are your choices, all that stuff. So you need to do that, and I will be harassing you about that. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, who has filled out and submitted your Uganda visa application online? Raise your hand. Okay. 1, Sophia and Trish and Alex and Elena and me. Steve, what the heck, man? You're muted. And Sidney's done it. Thank goodness. Okay. I can pick on Steve. He's an easy target. But yes, we do need to do that. And the reason is that we want to do that early so that we're not stressed about it. And actually, the first time that I submitted the visa application, it was denied because I forgot to put my middle name in there, and they denied me. And so I had to go log back in and put in my middle name, and then they accepted me. They can be real picky about the photo resolution and all that stuff. So you do need to submit. So those are the 2 things we're working on. Is you need to book your travel doctor appointment, and you need to submit your Uganda visa application online. Those are the two things. Final trip costs. Those we don't have we will not have our final invoice from the country until maybe the end of this week or the beginning of next week. And when I get that, I will send you that. I just talked to our venture coordinator, Trish, and she is not expecting our trip cost to be over the estimate that I gave you all of $4,500 a person. So that's great. In fact, it might be under that a little bit, but no promises. So I will get you those numbers as soon as I have them. Just a reminder, all the trip costs are due for the trip 30 days before we travel. So that's going to be July 3rd. So you need to have your funds in for the trip no later than July 3rd. And I will be sending out email reminders. And I'll send you each a separate email with what you need to turn in. You guys, there's been some great, I've been watching, some of you have been doing great on fundraising. Elena, you've been doing great on fundraising. Wow, you've had a lot of funds come in. And Sophia had some sort of mysterious, anonymous guardian angel swoop in as a benefactor and just fund her whole trip. So it's a mystery. We don't know who it is, but we're grateful.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, and so the team is doing well on fundraising. I will say this, it's a big team, and we're at the stage where I'm going to call people out by name. Everybody has turned in their money for their airline tickets except for 3 people, and that is Xavier and Deacon and Mark. Everybody has their money in for the plane tickets except for those 3 guys. So I do need the airfare turned in for those. So because we have to pay the bill to manage missions for your airline ticket. So I'll be sending you an email about that. And then the rest of the trip funds are due July 3rd. And if you need any help with your fundraising letter or fundraising tips or coaching, I'm available. I can help. What's that? Any questions about any of those things? Doctors, travel doctor appointment, Uganda visa, or final trip costs? Anybody have any questions? I'm going to pause and ask for questions before I just keep charging down my list.
Do you need our approved visa document?
Yes. Thank you, Alex. Good reminder. Yeah, I do want them all. You'll probably all have access to them on your phone, but the way that it goes usually with travel is that we'll get there and then you forgot to print it out and then your phone died and you forgot your charger and we just don't have it. So I, as the team leader, I'm going to collect all of them just in PDF form, and then I'm going to print all of them and put them in my printed leader packet book just in case something like that happens. So yes, once you get your approved Uganda visa, it's just a 1-page PDF that they email to you. I need you to send that to me and I'll be keeping track of those. Yes. Great question.
I just had a quick comment about the immunization thing, since it looks like you and Trish are the only ones that are on top of it. It looks like the yellow fever is actually required to get into the country. Is that what you found as well?
I've actually heard conflicting reports on that. I could follow up on that. I originally heard that they were requiring the yellow fever vaccination for your Uganda visa, but then when I filled it out, they don't require it. And that was true when Dave Schertzer filled his out. It wasn't required. So they may have just changed that. I'm going to make a note to follow up on that, Allison.
Sydney, when you've traveled in the past, didn't you say they did require it?
It was, I believe when we first started, it was as long as you had it within 10 years.
Okay. Yeah.
But again, things could change. That was back in 2022.
When you just went, Sydney, like a year or 2 ago. Did you have to show proof of
Well,
that?
I went, no, not last year. Not that I remember.
Yeah, I'll just text Brandon about it right now while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think 2023, the only thing they checked was if you had your second COVID shot in 2023. That they did check that, but I don't remember it last year.
Okay, and it
Um,
looks like you're
can
supposed
I?
to have it at least 10 days ahead of time. I just looked that up.
Again, and that's another reason to book your travel doctor appointment, because if you choose to get some vaccines, they need time to take effect. Or some medications, like if you choose some malaria medication, sometimes they want you to start taking those anti-malaria meds like 10 days or 7 days before you leave. So you need to, and then it takes a couple days for them to fill the prescription, and then you have to go pick it up. So it's just good to get that done. So you don't want to be stressed. Great questions. Any other comments or questions before we move on?
So
Animated.
sorry.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Oh, I was just gonna say, just to confirm that, did you just say that they require the 2 COVID vaccines to get in the country?
They did in 2023. I don't remember them checking it last year.
Okay, I'll have to
I
look into
doubt
that
they require
because
it
I'm not
anymore, Sophia.
vaccinated at all.
I'll
It didn't
ask.
say that when I Googled it. It just said the yellow fever, and that was like last week. So I kind of doubt
Okay.
it also. But I did have a friend that just flew to Tanzania this week, and they did require yellow fever, and she said that she got it through Costco.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Costco has a travel section
They do.
of their immunizations, but you do have to fill out like a ton of information, including all your vaccine records and things like that. So that's most likely what we'll end up doing ours, just for a heads up.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. You can. I like going. I go to the University of Washington International Travel Clinic, which is up north. But I've also gone to the downtown public health clinic. If you go to a clinic like that, they will have somehow they have access to your immunization records. I mean, they did for me, going all the way back to my birth. I don't know how they have that, but it was really convenient. It was great. And I mean, they could show me the stuff that I had that I didn't even know. So, yes. All right. We're gonna go more into, okay, we still have to do this. Okay, so if you have a frequent flyer number or TSA pre-check, I need it if you want to use, if you don't care about using your TSA pre-check for this trip, then you don't have to send it to me. But if you would like to, you can send it to me and I will send it to our travel agent at Mission Nation Travel. She'll attach it to your ticket so that it'll make it easier to get through security. If you have, so we're flying on Emirates, and their USA travel partner is United Airlines. So if you have a United Airlines frequent flyer number and you want that attached to your ticket, I mean, you can send it to me ahead of time and I can get that. I can, again, send it to our travel agent. She can put it on. I think you could even do it after you travel, when you get back home. It's such a big trip, you might even want to think about opening up a United Airlines frequent flyer account, just so you can transfer the miles and then probably get a short free domestic trip out of it for a single ticket. It's only if you want to. So TSA pre-check and frequent, only if it's United, if you have a frequent flyer account with United Airlines or with Emirates, you can send that to me. Okay, so here we get to go to something fun. We get to pick an item or items to bring. I'm going to pull up the list and tell you guys what our options are, and then we get to decide. Okay, so
Hey, Fraser,
yes.
sorry, quick question. Any concerns with travel in the area due to the issues that are happening in the Middle East?
Nope.
Okay.
That's unaffected. I would say Uganda's unaffected by that.
Dubai?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Yeah, we have I think four or five big teams going to Uganda. In fact, one just returned a few days ago. So yeah, I haven't heard anything. Okay, so here's what Uganda needs. At top of the needs list, we have toothbrushes, toothpaste, bars of soap, soccer balls, and then boys underwear, girls underwear, and then they also asking for feminine hygiene products, sanitary pads. So that's kind of the short list for what they need. I will tell you, if we chose just toothbrushes, we could bring a lot of toothbrushes. You know how much 50 pounds of toothbrushes is? It's a lot. That would be fun. Or soap is pretty heavy and dense. We probably could pick, 2 or 3 items to collect. But basically what we're going to do is once we decide that as a team, we'll start collecting those. And if we pick the toothpaste and toothbrushes, I kind of want to pick that. You can actually go to your dentist and ask for a donation, and they'll just give you. I mean, they get samples sent from the manufacturer, from the companies that are trying to sell their product, and they just have, a lot of times they just have boxes and boxes of those little sample size toothpastes and toothbrushes that they'll just give you. I've had dentists just give those to me before. So what do you guys think about toothbrushes and toothpaste?
Can we bring soccer balls if we want to?
Yes, and soccer balls, yeah.
So sorry, I'm just gonna ask a quick question here.
Yeah.
Is there any indication on that list of if anything weighs with a heavier need of any kind, or is it like all of these things are needed, period? Like just bring anything.
They're not. I asked Christine about that because I thought somebody on my team's going to ask that. And she said that and I also asked how many of each item. And Dave Schertzer said, he said they're all a priority. So there's not like one that's more of a priority than the other. And then he said that we need essentially an infinite amount of each one of those things.
Wow.
So you cannot bring too many of any of those items. I would love to bring like 600 soccer balls and then, inflate them all and then take a video, have Mark take some. No, I'm just joking, kind of. That'd be fun. But we could do, and you know what, Tony, they're also asking for a ball pump because obviously we would take the soccer balls over deflated, and then when we get them there, we need to inflate them, and then they lose air and need to be inflated. But I have Amazon links for all of this. So what I'm hearing so far is toothbrushes and toothpaste and soccer balls.
Did you just hand them out to the kids, or it's like here's a soccer ball, here's a soccer ball.
Maybe, we don't know.
Are we good with that?
So are you, can I have a question? I have a question.
Yeah, Andy.
So are we filling up capacity, the 2 suitcases that get checked in with these items?
Yeah, that's the goal, is to get items donated. We can post it. You can post on Facebook, or you can talk to your church or friends and family, or you can just buy items or whatever you want to do. And in fact, just a quick note for you, Sydney, Brandon has some supplies he wants to send. And so he's going to load you up. So I don't want you to fill up your bags with toothpaste and toothbrushes and soccer balls, because Brandon's going to, I don't know how much stuff he has, but he's going to have some stuff for you to take.
He's always got a lot. So I got a duffel bag. I'll bring an empty duffel bag because I'm flying from Arkansas to Texas on the 29th. So I'm going to play some golf before I leave.
Good plan. Get some holes in.
Richard, do you think that any of that could change with the other 5 teams that are going before us? Like they've
asked about that too. I said, what items are the other teams choosing? And because I thought someone's gonna ask that, and then I won't have to follow up on this. Let's see, what did Dave say? Yes, this list represents the top items requested by Uganda. He said, here are the Amazon links, but I found that you can also find possibly less expensive options at dollar stores or Walmart. We're also going to be taking some laptops, but those don't take up very much space. And I don't know how much we're even taking. I said, how many do we need? He said 1,000 plus of each. He said, seriously, feel free to pick a goal number for your team. These items are continuously needed, so there's no limit on supply on items like these. And then I asked, what are the other teams picking? He said, I picked it. He said, I picked it all because our team started an Amazon wish list and put all the items on there. So he said, pick what your team wants to gather. That's the answer I got.
It's a question. Are we getting, I mean, because there are different sizes of toothbrushes. So are we getting for children's, adults?
All the sizes. We have
Okay.
kids there on camp. I mean, Sydney, what would you say? I mean, it's great. It's like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds all the way up until high school, like seniors in high school.
Yep.
So
So we
and
need
those-
some
and-
children's ones then?
yeah,
Okay.
yes, the answer is yes. All toothbrush sizes, any toothbrush size. I'll tell you guys a funny story. In 2023, when I led a team to Sierra Leone, we chose flip-flops. And I had somebody at our church walk up to me and hand me $1,000 check. And he said, I just want to support your team. I said, well, we're all funded. And he said, okay, well then just have this go towards whatever they need. So then our team picked flip-flops. I got to drive around. There's these like, it's not a 7-Eleven, but I don't really know what you call it, but they're Asian like dollar stores. And I don't know if they're Chinese or whatever, but I went around to like 3 or 4 of them on the east side, and I cleaned them out for flip-flops because they were the cheapest flip-flops. I mean, some flip-flops I was getting for $1, $2. We brought a mountain of flip-flops. It was awesome. So we will do that. And I'm serious about asking your dentist. That's the first stop. If you have a friend who's a dentist, or you just your dentist, ask your dentist. You can post on Facebook, and then if you have and the soccer balls can be used. Let's not bring used toothbrushes, but the soccer balls, as long as they're in good condition. All right, Elena laughed at my joke. That's great. So long as the soccer balls aren't too beat up, but new is also great too. And if you like asking for things, you can just march into a sporting goods store and tell them what you're doing, and show them your fundraising letter, and show them some pictures of the kids in Uganda, and ask if they have any extra stock that they'd be willing to donate, and they can get a tax write-off. If they say yes, I'm happy to talk to the store manager and send them the paperwork so they can write it off on their taxes if they want. So that's what we're gonna do with toothbrushes, toothpaste, and soccer balls. I will send out the Amazon links for those things for you guys. Thank you for not picking bar soap, because that's just really heavy. All right. How's it coming reading the book? Does everybody have the book? Deacon, have you started reading it?
I listened to it.
Yep.
What do you think?
Of the book?
Yeah.
It's helpful. I read it last year too when we went to the DR. But it's just a good reminder of the difference in kind of how you approach missions.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Deacon's going to be an overachiever. He's going to read the book twice.
Fraser, are we going to be doing projects where we work or not?
Yes, we are. We're going to do a mix
does it conflict
of...
with the ideas in the book or not? Does that conflict with the book? I don't want to do projects that we shouldn't do.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be doing projects with the staff. So we won't be just doing them by ourselves. The only projects, I would say, quote unquote, projects that we're going to do, Tim, is going to be some light painting. I would say maybe a day of painting some classrooms. I think that's the only project. Like we're going to fund the PA system that they need. We're going to do the staff spa day to bless the staff, and we're going to do a center day, which is like a day of games and feasting. So it's really, most of our time is really going to be designed to be relational time, spending time getting to know them, understanding the culture, and building relationships, building friendships.
Does that over there?
So for the spa day though, that takes a lot of stuff. So who's in charge of gathering all the things required for the spa day? Because that's a whole separate deal.
I kind of want to put you in charge of it, Sydney, because you've done it before.
Yeah, I figured.
See,
I figured.
you speak up, and then does anybody want to help Sydney collect all the spa stuff? Oh, Sophia wants to
I
help.
can. If there's a
Great.
list of materials, then I can be in touch with you, Sydney, and we can make it happen.
Yeah, it's just since we have new people, the way it is, there'll be a station where we wash the feet. Only the women can do that, of course, as well as nail painting. So wash the feet with soap, and then they oil them up or do whatever the lotions. And then there's a station where you wash their face, and then put the those peel things you put on your face. You open them up and you lay the face mask, and then they'll go over to another station that's nail painting and toe painting. And then there's another station that's set up for prayers. And then the guys a lot of time are, because you got to carry the water, 5-gallon buckets of water, keep that rolling. So that takes up time. And then buying some, they love their yogurt and candy and stuff like that we have for them. So it's a pretty good deal. So it just depends on how many of each station we set up to how fast it can rotate through. Because there'll be probably a total of, I think we planned last year was 60, and they also had 60 grab bags that we gave everybody, a little sample bags of stuff. So,
Sydney, who put together the sample bags?
uh, uh, um, it's the Mary Kay lady that went with us. If you wouldn't ask me, I told you her name.
That's all right. I understand. I was trying to figure out, how the team did it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there was like little things of lotion and other little things. I can ask Kate. Her name's Kate something. I can ask Brandon to have her send a list
That'd be great.
of what was in the little sample bag.
Yes, Sophia wants to say something.
I was just gonna say I would love to help with that. If you need like a point person, Sydney, to help with the bags, and I can help put those together. My second question is, why haven't you opened a salon yet? You've got it dialed in.
Well, after 4 times, you sort of learn.
He's done it. Yeah. I think we need to up our game, Sydney. Can we add in something like a seaweed wrap or something? Can we get creative here?
Well, what we did on the last one, we learned to squeeze out the juice on the face mask and rub it all in the arms and stuff. It smooths them out, and then do a little hand. So it just depends on how many people you got, how elaborate you can be.
It's great. It's great. I volunteer to carry water.
Yeah. That gets heavy after all these trips.
I bet it does. 5-gallon bucket full of water is heavy. Okay.
So how many staff are we talking about here?
Well, it's I think we planned for 60 last year. It's the teachers, the staff, and even those that we have the security lady. She comes over, so everybody tries to come through. So I think we planned for 60. So probably I'll ask Brandon if I'm sure he did it again. So how many they did this past time?
Yeah.
How many kids at the site, Fraser?
How many? Around 700.
Okay, thanks.
Can I get? That's a lot of work. So can I get one more volunteer to help Sophia with collecting the spa items?
I can help.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Elena?
I can do it, yeah.
Great. Okay. So I'm gonna put Sydney and Sophia and Elena, I'm gonna put you guys in charge of the spa day and collecting all the items for that. I'll send out links, Amazon links for the toothpaste, toothbrushes, and soccer balls, and we get going. If you guys don't have a good duffel bag, like a sturdy duffel bag, Children of the Nations, we have them, so I can get those to you if you don't want to buy one for this trip. We use the military style, like the super thick, kind of like a burlap material. And the nice thing about those is they collapse, so that allows you to take a lot of stuff over, and then they collapse into almost nothing, and then you can take them home. So, or you can get your own duffel bags. It's up to you. I don't know how many laptops we're going to take. Probably 5 or 6 or 7 laptops for university students, maybe more. We probably won't even have enough for one laptop per person. But we do need to start collecting our items, because guys, it's June 16th, and we're gonna leave August 3rd. That's not a very many days from now. That's less than.
While you're thinking about that, Fraser,
I knew Tony was going to make fun of me. I knew he was going to say something. It's less than 2 months from now. I was trying so hard. What, Tony? What is it?
If there is anything soccer related activity wise, I've got 3 boys of my own that are all soccer players, and I imagine Xavier, Deacon, and others here on the call might be interested too. So just let us know or plan it. Otherwise, I imagine it'll just happen organically there. But do have 3 soccer players. So
yeah, we can organize a match. That'd be really fun. They might do that as a part of Center Day anyway, but we could do other games as well. I'm working on the schedule, so I will build in time for that. That's a great tip. Yeah, and if any of those soccer people have any access to any used gear, we can take that over. So okay, questions about collecting items and getting items donated and filling up your duffel bags. For the 4 new people, we talked about this at the beginning. So for Sophia and Elena and Alex and Mark, we international, when you buy an international airline ticket, you get 2 50-pound duffel bags or 2 50-pound pieces of luggage plus a carry-on. And what I was telling the team is that because this is a longer trip, we're not just going to the DR for a week. I don't want to make you put all your personal items in your carry-on. So you can use some of the 50-pound luggage bags to put your personal items in, but whatever space you don't need, that's very, very valuable space for us to fill with donated items to get to the country. It's one of the cheapest ways to transport goods to the country. And it's also super secure because it's hand delivered door to door. So that's what we're talking about with collecting these items. Okay, great.
Fraser, just to clarify, are you're expecting every person to have a 50-pound duffel bag then for these supplies?
Yes, and if you don't have a duffel bag, I can get you a duffel bag. And if you can't fill it on your own, I will help you fill it. We usually do a team, like one of the last team meetings we have is in person, and that's where we load up, we collect all the supplies that we've got and load it all up. We have we could do a team meeting like that, but we're kind of spread out. We're not all in Seattle. Tim and Joanne are in Bellevue. I'm in Seattle, and then we have a big group of people that are over in like Silverdale, Bremerton. That's Sophia, Elena, most of our team, all the Bolanders, Steve, Mark, Deacon, Xavier, they're all in Bremerton. But then we have Sydney, who's like out in Tennessee or something, or in South Carolina, something like that. And then Trish is in San Diego, and then Andy is in Granbury, which is south of Dallas, and Alex in Dallas. So we're kind of spread out. We could do, but we'll see how it goes with collecting supplies. I may do a meeting for us over in Silverdale where we kind of all meet there. And then if Tim and Joanne, that's too far for you to go, I may just bring bags back for you. Or I may just go over to your place and pick up anything you've collected and then take it there. We sort it all. That's probably what will happen.
And Fraser, just to clarify again, do you want each person to bring 1 50-pound bag or 2 50-pound bags?
Well, your ticket allows for 2 50-pound bags, and I'm saying you can use any amount of space you need for your own personal stuff. But any empty space beyond that, I want to use it.
So you want us to fill up 250 pounds between our stuff and yours and group stuff?
And a carry-on.
Each person. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Be a lot of bags.
Yeah, I think you want to highlight on the carry-on. They do weigh that, and if it's over, they make you take stuff out. So if you've already got your bags 50, you don't want to do what Brandon did, put on 7 pair of clothes and shirts and look like
you know what?
and
You
look
showed me
like
that
the
picture.
Michelin man.
The picture does not do it justice. I wasn't even there, but Brandon's such a good storyteller. He was so ticked off because they were being not very nice about it. So Brandon, you know, goes into the bathroom and he puts on like 4 sweatshirts and a jacket, and he puts like he's stuffing his pockets full of to get his carry-on down just under to get it on the plane. It was really hilarious. But yes, Sydney's right. You want to, and when we weigh the bags, we're really going to go for 49 pounds or 48 pounds because they do weigh your bags when you go and check in for the airline. And their scale might be a little bit off from ours. So that's why we always do 48 or 49 pounds to give a little bit of wiggle room there. And you want to carry on that's going to, you need to look at the requirements on Emirates.com. I should go look at that. I should ask our travel agent. I'll do that. Okay. Any other questions? These are good.
Yeah, it just came to mind. I'm remembering now, Fraser, that for DR, we did bring our own stuff like the toothbrushes and all the stuff that we're talking about here. But Christine did have stuff in the warehouse that she packed up for us to bring too. Is that happening, or is it all on us for this trip?
No, I mean, they always have stuff for us to bring, like the laptops, but that will mostly fit in my luggage. That'll be like sponsorship mail. It'll be like specialty items, maybe like a thumb drive or something. I'll be taking that.
Yeah, she really had a ton of stuff for us. So that's good to know. It's not quite the same. Okay, great.
It's not quite the same. We're gonna be collecting the stuff that's gonna fill the bags. Yeah. Yep. And we'll probably, with the items we've picked, unless we have a lot of toothpaste, we'll probably hit our volume limit before we hit our weight limit, which is fine. All right. This would be a longer team meeting if you guys were more disorganized and didn't listen to me as well. But we're really making great time because you guys are doing what I asked you to do. I'll end with this. And you guys know I'm always available for questions if something comes up. But you guys are doing great. It's going to be a great trip. Andy, I'm still looking into the hotel, so I'm going to get back to you on that in Dubai. I'm looking into tickets for the going up the Burj. I will contact everybody about that over email. We're doing great. You guys know what you need to do. I'll send a recap email, but I'll end with this. If you like journaling, and if you're a journaler, you could start journaling now, just about your hopes and your dreams and your prayers for our time there. And you can even have, start having, ask God to start preparing your heart now for what you're going to see and experience, and start asking good questions. One of the coolest things to do if you start journaling before you go is to write out a little paragraph of what you think it'll be like. And then if you journal through your time while you're there, then you get back, then you get to read that paragraph and then compare it to what your actual experience was. And that can be really eye-opening. But I would say get a journal. I like to just go to a bookstore and buy a dedicated journal for that trip. But you can do whatever you want. And I would say if you like to journal, if you want to journal, you can start now. Even just get a few entries in before we leave. I also like to journal on the plane. Think about a good neck pillow on the plane. It's a long flight and it's overnight. It's our first flight out of Seattle is a red eye. And I'm going to be trying to sleep as much as possible, but and keep praying that prayer of God, what do you have for me on this trip? And so long as you're reading the venture manual and you're checking everything off the list, we're good to go. I'm excited. This is going to be a great trip, a great team. It's a fun mix of people. Some of you I know really well, and some of you I don't know at all.
Fraser, how do we get that venture manual again? We've never.
It's a PDF. I emailed it to you. I can email it to you again.
You did? Okay.
Yes, Andy.
I have a first world problem question. I'm a bit addicted to caffeine, my coffee in the morning. Just wondering if we will be getting that. Otherwise, I need to wean myself so I don't get headaches.
No.
Your addiction is safe.
Okay, good.
We will protect it and keep you going. You got the thumbs up there from Sydney. Yeah, they provide. Yeah. They're big tea drinkers in Uganda, but apparently they provide coffee.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not in a pot. It's just hot water and what do you call it? The dry coffee.
Instant
coffee.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
Well, so
Hey,
you know what
you
I do, Andy? Because I'm the same as you. I love my coffee. I do the Starbucks Via packets, which basically is instant coffee. It's just super. They grind it super fine, so it's not the crystals. Okay. It's just super fine ground. It's pretty affordable for a pack of those, and you can get them anywhere online, Amazon, Starbucks, and I just take a couple of packs, and I have I have one in the morning. It's great because they'll have hot water.
Okay.
Check Starbucks out. I mean, check Costco out. I bought them on sale a few months ago there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Fraser, how about power?
Yes, they do have power, and Sydney, do they have American style plugs in the guest house?
No, you need to bring a converter.
An adapter. Yeah.
Well,
you can just look up online for Uganda what the adapter is.
It's well, it's the adapter and the little converts it from 110 or 220 to 110 or whatever the thing is.
AC DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say I would make another recommendation to go along with the journaling. And again, this is just a recommendation. It's not a requirement, but I like to do a social media fast and an internet fast while I'm there. It's good for me. I just feel better to completely unplug. It allows me to be more present and more. It's just good for my mind and heart to have a break from that and it helps with the separation too. So because when you're there, it just allows me to be more fully there and not be thinking about what's going on back home. So the experience is more immersive and more rich, I think, in my experience. So I would encourage you to take a social media fast and internet fast if you can. And that includes like texting people. I try to shut my phone. The only thing I use my phone for is photos and videos.
So does texting work there?
It does.
Oh.
Well, yeah, if you have the international, you got to get it depending on your carrier. Now they do have internet there, but they have to pay for the internet for it to be on in the building or in the guest house.
Okay.
Is it so Sydney, is it so that if you're within the guest house limits, you can get Wi-Fi, but then if you're not, you can't, right?
Correct. Yeah. Then you just have to have, like I have T-Mobile, you just buy the $50 package and you can do wherever you are in the world.
Yeah. If you want service, and you can get that plan and then still put your phone on do not disturb or whatever. If you want to do that. Some people will check it like once a day if they have like kids or family at home. You can do whatever you want. Great questions. All right. Well, we're going to Uganda. I'm excited. You'll be getting lots of emails from me. This is such a fun, this is just such a fun, this is going to be a really fun group of people, and I can't wait. So I'll be sending out lots of follow-up emails. If you think of a question that pops up, Alex, you texted me something, I will follow up with you on that separately. So yeah, if you think of something, reach out, follow up, don't hesitate, don't be shy. But I'm glad you got to meet the 4 new people, and it's going to be a great trip. we're going to do one more meeting before we go, and that's probably going to be our packing meeting. And I probably will be in like Silverdale, Bremerton. Maybe it might be at PBF actually, or maybe just Steve's house. We'll just invite ourselves all over to Steve's house. But I'll send out information for that. So, all right, you guys good? Everybody good? Thumbs up. All right.
Yeah, I need Sophia. Can you? Okay, never mind. She saw it. Good. We're good.
Okay. All right. Have a great afternoon. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Phaser.
Bye.